Hey guys, Silverhorn here, back again with another action figure review. Today we'll be taking a look at the final installment by looks for the Mythic Legion's Reinforcements 2.0 wave, a lone tier, because all good things must come to an end, or will they? Only time will tell. But today we'll be taking a look at the figure that probably surprised me the most out of this wave next to the Templar Relic Guard, and that is the Silverhorn Sentry from Xyloon's Flock, brought to us by the fine folks over at Horsemen Studios. Now, funny story, the first Reinforcements wave was all reissued stuff. We already seen it, everyone voted for what they wanted to see, and that's what they made. Fast forward to this year, Reinforcements 2, not a lot of that, but there were a couple of figures that were getting kind of pricey on the secondary market, like the Gold Knight and the Bronze Dwarf and the Ogre Legion Builder, that got a bit of a reissue with a bit of a, tweak, especially with the Bronze Dwarf. He came with the newer dwarf head as opposed to the older one, and the Ogre came with the Cyclops head as well as the first Ogre Legion Builder head. That said, we also got 3 new characters. We got the Vampire Phalanx, we got the Templar Relic Guard, and the Shadow Orc Grunt, who I had a couple of grunts with. I broke the damn strap and the horns are loose as hell. But that's water under the bridge. I fixed those problems for the most part. I still need to get another strap because I don't want to be down a strap. Don't underestimate the powers of the strap. Okay, there's one sitting right there for a reason. But then we have the Silverhorn Sentry, which you have to say like a snob with your nose turned up at the world because it's just funny that way, okay? It sounds hilarious. I don't know. Don't ask me. I said it that way once, and I've said it that way since. This is the only true reissue in this wave, unless you want to count the Ogre Legion Builder 2, because it has the original ad. Because this guy was in an All-Star vote, and he was 5 votes away from actually being in the All-Star 5+ wave, which we will be taking a look at some of those over the next few days. So the Mythic Legions-a-thon is still going strong after Legions Con, and it'll lead into a bit of Figura Obscura with the Monkey King, and possibly, maybe even some Cosmic Legions, which I'm very excited for. I hope you are too. 4 Horsemen have helped this channel grow substantially. Usually when I do 4 Horsemen stuff on this channel, it gets pretty decent traffic no matter when I do it, it seems. It always cracks that 50 view threshold I like to be at, so it's good. It's good times. It's good times here at Overlord Productions, but who gives a crap about all that nonsense? Let's take a look at the Silverhorn Sentry's accessories, starting off with his alt head, which is actually the one he comes packaged with. The evil-looking helmet, which we just looked at the other day with the vampire guy, and you know what? I think these are the same thing. Because this is definitely the old one. I don't know if this is the newer one. It does not feel like it. I think these are the same thing. Which kind of sucks, because I would like to compare the old helmet to the new one. I guess I can do that in Gorgo's video, but, be nice to do it now and get it over with, but whatever. He also comes with probably the cooler of the 1.0 swords. I really like this sword. I like the way the handle, or the hilt, is angled kind of like horns. It's got a little bit of a ornamentation down here at the end of the blade that's closest to the hilt. It's got a friggin' spike on the bottom. In case you don't stab him with this, you can stab him with that, finish him off, It's a good way to kill somebody. He also comes with what I thought the Phalanx would come with, the spear, the same old generic spear. Same old generic spear. Seen it a million times. I have a bag of them that I do not use. Is this the same spear as the Gold Knight? Check. Yeah, it's the same gosh darn. Is it? Yeah, I think it's the same. Feels the same. thought somebody mentioned somebody coming with a new spear, but I think it's the same old spear. And then he comes with the shield, the wood shield, which I almost broke. Why are you breaking so much crap, Overlord? I don't know. I'm not so much of a Butterfingers as I am Thunder Thumbs or anything, but, you know, the handle's tight. It's got the removable handle there. And surprisingly, I did not snap this thing. But yeah, be careful with your toys. Don't break your toys. I will tell you, I did chip off some excess on the end of this peg here. It's probably why I'm able to plug this on and not worry about it. That and the peg feels kind of crooked on here, in all fairness, so maybe that's why. But yeah, it definitely felt like it was gonna fucking whoops! Friggin' break right off. Oopsie, that's 25 cents in the swear jar. What can I say? I'm not perfect. Taking a closer look at the Silverhorn Sentry before I say the C word or something worse. I'm leaving that in there because that's funny. I don't care who you are. Surprisingly, I really like this dude. I wasn't expecting much from him because he's a lot of reused stuff that I have. A lot of reused shit. You know, he's just doing something for me. I like him a lot. It's really cool. I don't know. He's got the longer loin piece here. The dick towel, if you will. He's got the cool kind of metal bearded helmet head, which I don't use on the dwarves, but on this guy it just works better. I had to heat this sucker up to get these antlers on, though. Holy crap. They do rotate, but god dang, they are tight. So, as far as his articulate, if I can get his head to work, his head can look up and down. He can look side to side. The neck is literally where you're getting the swivel on these heads. Like, there's no... The exception of the Red Death, most of these figures lately, it's all about the neck, which I'm okay with the neck being kind of loose. Not really loose, but looser than the ball on the head. So it allows me to move the head side to side. Shoulders go forward and back. Out. Down. Really tight there. Single jointed elbow with rotation. Swivel at the gauntlet. Swivel at the wrist. Hinge at the wrist. He's got a ball joint in the waist so he can do the hula hoop. He's probably got the loosest waist peg out of all of them, but as far as the side-to-side motion goes, but it's not terrible. I could always pop that apart and finagle that to be tighter. He's got really nice rock-solid hips. Really good. They kick forward and back, out, down. He's got a thigh cut. Hinge at the knee, swivel at the knee, below the knee, I should say. And as far as his feet go, he's got the cloven hoofs. Like, what the hell is this guy? What is he? Is he a fawn? Is he a satyr? I don't think he's a satyr, because satyrs are midgets in this world. But he's got the hinge with the swivel and the rocker. It doesn't really give you much, but because you have the swivel, you can kind of utilize it. He's got peg holes on the bottom of his feet. Notice the hoof is the same sculpt for both sides. Peg hole on this side, peg hole on this side. Very interesting. That's Silverhorn Sentry in a nutshell. Kinda has a similar color palette to the Uncowned one. Kinda. Not to the T, but it's closer than a lot of other figures. So if you want to kit bash with him, you probably could. Same with he's just got a really dark, almost kind of grayish brown. Seems like. And I don't know, I just really like this figure. I don't know what it is. He's super basic. He has got like the generic of generic knight. He's the Templar Knight. Excuse me. With the armored torso and hoofs and this crazy bearded head and antlers. There's not a whole lot of unique stuff going on with this guy, but, you know, he almost won the All-Star vote for a reason, I guess, and I kind of see why now. He's really freaking cool. I like him a lot. I like him a lot. But with that said, not much more I could say about this guy, nor should I say, because I've been dropping all kinds of swears during this video. I'm not quite sure where that came from. I'm in a good mood, even though I effed up my orc strap and his horns are loose. But that was yesterday's video, so what the hell, man? So, before I use all of George Carlin's 7 naughty words, I'm sure I've already used like 5 of them at this point, right? Let's move right along and take a look at some size comparisons before I gotta put more than $1 in the swear jar. I can't afford that. Cuts into toy money. First up, here's the Silverhorn Sentry, alongside the only other reissues I've managed to pick up recently. I did not get Romulus from the All-Stars 5 Plus wave because, well, I already have him. Not for nothing, but I already reviewed him too on this channel. Quite some time ago. I think it was 2021, if I'm not mistaken. That said, I do have Sir Ilgar, the back in black skeleton to the left there, and the infamous Banana Cabana demon himself, Azar, to the right. The, what is it, yin to Zazar's yang, in a way. The twin brothers that form as a Hazar. I mean, real shocker, he won the All-Star vote over Silverhorn here because we already had the blue one. We're getting the green monstrous one, whatever you want to call it. And I already have Zarya, and that was not a hard figure to get a hold of. So, you know, people like these demons, what can I say? And notice my Azar is rocking 2 straps. Don't underestimate the strap. So moving these 2 out of the way here. Of course, would not be one of my videos without good old Brother Mandibulus. Right there. And the infamous 11 Spawn. Who, even though he's not cloven hoofed like the Silverhorn Sentry, still seems to be taller than he is. I don't know how that is. Whatever, I guess. So with that being said, I'm gonna wrap things up. Some final thoughts. Overall, and for a character I could have given a rat's hindquarters about, and quite frankly, not sure if I ever voted for him unless I was forced to, I gotta tell you, I'm actually glad I got the good old Silverhorn Sentry here, because he turned out to be one of my favorite figures from this Reinforcements 2.0 wave, despite the fact that, like a lot of figures from this era, he doesn't have a whole lot going on as far as unique parts and or weapons. He's just the bare bones minimum, basic 1.0 buck parts and 1.0 weapons. Really, the only interesting thing with this guy for my collection is the fact that he is the only figure utilizing this metal bearded helmet head. Helmet, not helmet, helmet. Not sure where that came from. I guess it's better than the word I used earlier, though, right? Gonna have to wash my mouth out with soap after that one. Shout out to A Christmas Story, one of the greatest Christmas movies of all time. And I don't give a crap if it's only November. I like Christmas. Tough snot. So, with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this review. Until next time, I'll catch you guys later, hopefully with less of a potty mouth.